Why should I feel discouraged? And why do the shadows come? God, sometimes I forget who I am. Flashback, born and raised in West Los Angeles, in a neighborhood 75% African American. Was told my blood was a mixture of Chinese and Spanish that made Filipino from an island that was in Asia, but told I was not Asian. I was babysat by Hispanic women who spoke Spanish to the children, and that included me. Now go ahead and tell me about your identity crisis growing up. And it didn't help that the one store around the corner sold 40s, Mexican, and Chinese food. I knew it was a problem when the carne asada, chow mein, and liquor became a scent that was familiar. Even my nose got confused. Though the furthest place from heaven, this was the city of angels, and I saw them on occasion sleeping on clouds shaped like park benches turned twin mattresses, roaming streets like dogs without collars. The only place where you can make a bummed angel disappear, or a stripper named Angel come here with a $1. I figured they were just trying to buy their wings back. Then we packed and moved to the suburbs. New hood, no good. Now it's 40% essays, 40% brothers, 15% honky, 5% other. Even my title meant outsider. Much nicer place, but I learned to hate here. I learned to read books by the cover. I learned racism doesn't start with hate, it starts with the misunderstanding and fear of another. On my first day of school, this little cholo asked me why I talked the way I did. I told him it must have been that West LA island ching chang Spanish slang I picked up from Los Angeles who didn't care what color my feathers were. The same motherfucker got the nerve to ask me how a chink like me deserved to carry a Spanish last name. In the 9th grade, I was called a Jap and a wetback on the same day by different people in different ways. One joking, one not. Both thought they were funny, but both not. All ending with my boy walking up to me saying, yo, so what's wrong, my nigga? Now tell me you wouldn't be just a little confused. And it got to the point where people asked me, what are you? I just thought of the answer that made them feel most comfortable, like I was practiced at making others feel better about themselves by forgetting who I was. What are you? I used to dance around the question like a one-legged ballerina trying not to draw too much attention. But the tension of dancing to music without knowing the roots finally taught me a lesson. My whole life, people trying to figure me out and never asked me the same question, who am I? I was the only non-African American in my gospel group, the only Filipino in the Urban Poets crew, the only non-Hispanic on my soccer team, the only broken angel in this whole fucking city, it seemed. And I remember when people used to ask me questions that made me feel uncomfortable, I used to start singing softly for a second, and seconds to minutes and hours in quiet, dark places. I used to ask questions. So if you ask me a question and I begin to sing, it's not that I didn't hear you the first time. It's my way of telling God that I finally found me, and it sounds a whole lot like music.